What's up, everyone? It's Hey John. And if you're in Growth Token, right now you are on I would call a roller coaster of a ride. Now, is this something you should be concerned about? Well, that is something you have to ask yourself. Are you informed? Do you know what's going on? Are you keeping up to date with all the information for Growth Token? Now, if you're doing all these things and you're still worried, well, maybe you just put too much money into Growth Token. Because generally speaking, if you are worried about your position, it generally means that you put too much and now you're like, okay, it's like a house of dominoes. I don't want it to fall, but I'm concerned, I'm scared. And that is a primary reason why you should only put a small portion of your portfolio into a degen play such as this. Now today, I want to cover some of the news and I want to inform you guys of what's going on with Growth Token and why I believe that this is still truly very bullish. John G at Growth Token, the Twitter page, this is the CEO. We bought back and burned an extra 1,799 BNB worth of growth today. That's an extra $432,000 to make it a total of $844,000. That added an extra 3,430 BNB to our liquidity pool. While our initial holders are over 10x in profit, we will continue to support our new investors. I mean, holy smokes, that is a lot of money, folks. They're buying, they are adding to the LP, the liquidity pool. And the reason why this is so important is because the LP is what gives you stability. So for example, if a big whale sells, I mean a big whale, they sell really big. If you have an enormous LP, then you are able to absorb the shocks better. Think of this as a car. When you drive a car, generally speaking, you have 4 shock absorbers and 4 struts, 4 springs, etc. And without these struts or shock absorbers, if you were driving without that, your ride would be very bumpy and uncomfortable. So think of a large LP as a shock absorber for your car. It makes your ride a little smoother. And if you think the ride is currently not smooth, well, imagine what happens if you have a even smaller LP. The ride could be a lot worse. So with that being said, this is one of the reasons why I am so bullish on Growth Token, because when you see the CEO coming out and saying things like this and doing things like this, well, the most important part is doing, not just saying. This gives confidence to new investors. And ladies and gentlemen, I will be a new investor in Growth Token because I am looking for a position. And with that being said, when you see the CEO continuing to strive forward and continue to look out for the best interests of the investors and publicly announce it and show what they're doing, well, ladies and gentlemen, if that doesn't give you some confidence, I don't know what will. Carlo DC, he is a director of the Growth Token. To build the things we said we would build. Every decision is for the good of our investors, community, and the planet we live on. The best is yet to come. You can see here, folks, they are getting $25 million. All of this money is going into the company, the Growth Token company, and they are supposed to drive initiatives. They are supposed to increase marketing. They are supposed to complete projects. They are supposed to do everything that is on their, well, you know it, their roadmap. And these funds aids them in the capacity in order to do so. So ladies and gentlemen, we're seeing real money flow into this company, 25 million big ones. That goes a long way, even in today's inflated market, when we know J Powell just prints out money left and right. But of course, J Powell has taken a pause from printing. If anything, he's burning some money, but I digress. The point being is that $25 million, irregardless of inflation, is still a lot of money, even in today's standards. And with that being said, leave me a comment down below. How do you feel about this? Does this make you bullish? Does this scare you? Does this give you more confidence? Does this say, hey man, you know what? I'm looking for a dip to get even more Growth Token. What are your thoughts on this? Please share with me. Now we are on Mendy's Twitter page, and she's saying very, very good news for what is coming in Dubai with crypto. I suggest that you hashtag pay attention. And you can see here, folks, Hamdan bin Mohammed. Literally, we're seeing a chair of committee. We're seeing His Excellency. We're seeing all sorts of individuals. Dubai Digital. Okay, folks, let's try to put this together. We saw the UAE give a letter to Growth Token, and now she's saying, watch out for Dubai Digital. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be epic. If you're looking for a position, I don't know what you're waiting for, because they are releasing good news after good news after good news. Let's go ahead and Google Dubai Digital and see what we find. Here we are, folks, at Digital Dubai. Our vision is to make Dubai the happiest city on earth over the past 40 years, leveraging emerging technologies and initiatives such as blockchain, AI, harnessing data science capabilities. They even have something called the happiness agenda and a Dubai blockchain strategy, startup support, smart cities, global network. Well, we do know that Growth Token is huge on blockchain and all of those initiatives. And more importantly, we're seeing a partnership, a real partnership. And I don't think Mandy is just going to drop this news on her Twitter page if it means nothing. It means that for the folks who were skeptics of the UAE, the letter and all that good stuff, it looks like it's getting finalized. And now we're seeing the true ramifications of what is to come. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm excited because we all know that Dubai has the big money, the deep pockets. And I would say, in my opinion, looking at Dubai, it is a beautiful city. And it looks very digital forward. I want to go ahead and cover the charts because, well, ladies and gentlemen, I am seeing something interesting. The charts. Growth Token, current market cap is $96 million. It's a far cry from where it was a few days ago. I believe at around 250 million, just to round up. And now we're down to $96 million. You need to remember, it literally went up 10x in like 3 or 4 days. So of course, people are going to take profits. And now we're seeing the people take profits. So let's go into a shorter time frame to get a better idea of what's going on. So we can see right here, folks, at July 25th, 2022, there was a huge wick and people bought it up instantly. They bought the dip and we're seeing more sellers. But the thing here is that you're seeing $1.527 million of people buying a dip. And now we're seeing a sell-off of around 223, 282, 400. So let's say about $1 million sell off. That means you have over 500K in folks buying the dip still. And currently, if we are in the 4-hour perspective, you can see that we are in a somewhat of a downtrend, which I'm going to draw for you guys. And you can see here, folks, we are in a downward channel to a certain degree, and it's literally playing it by ear. So for me, what I plan on doing is buying around here, around 860. Now, it's not a guarantee it'll get there, but if it gets around there, I may be looking for a position. And of course, I want you guys to know that this is purely from a TA technical analysis perspective. It's not a guarantee it'll get there, folks. I just want to make that very clear. So again, I'm just sharing with you guys what I plan on do. I don't know if it'll get there or not, but if it does, I'm going to load some. And if it doesn't, well, I will be happy to miss the opportunity. But I still believe growth is still very bullish, and it's only a matter of time before I find a position that I like. Now, I want to emphasize that this is just technical analysis. And do not forget, folks, this Thursday, we're going to see the Fed come out with some information in regards to the economy, interest rates. And this will affect the way cryptocurrency moves, whether up or down. And you're seeing Bitcoin, Ethereum, all the top players, all the juggernauts, they are starting to pull back and pull down because of anticipation of this. So I suspect, irregardless of whatever happens on a day on Thursday with all the news, I believe it'll be one of those things where you sell the rumors and you buy the news. So with that being said, hopefully everything works out. I wish all you guys well. If you have watched this far and you are a true growth token enthusiast, make sure you reach out to Mendy and John for me. Let them know on Twitter, wherever, that, hey John, would love to have them for an AMA, and I would love to have a lively discussion, and more importantly, This will give more exposure for your bag. So you know what? It could be very beneficial for you as well. And for me, I get some content. So everybody wins. And most importantly, make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe, and I'll catch you all next one.